It's all about our belief system. Our belief system is like the hard drive in a computer. You turn your computer on in the morning, and that hard drive is working. Or it isn't. The programs that we install into our computer, sometimes they like freeze up, or I've got a Mac, so you've got that beach ball from hell that just keeps spinning and you got to shut it off. So sometimes these programs freeze up. So we just shut everything down, start again, okay, it works for a while. And then it'll freeze up again. And that happens enough times you uninstall the program. Then you reinstall the program. Well, you see, that's the program of what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. But what is it that's causing this reinsertion or reinstallation of the program to keep freezing? It's not the program in us, it's the hard drive. So if you were to take your computer into somebody and say, I think the hard drive is foutu, en français, I love that word. I think the hard drive is cooked, so you know what to do. Well, they don't repair it. They don't even know how to repair that. So they just take it out, put another one in. Well, with humans, we can do that too, but we've got to start all over again from scratch. That means being reborn, be the baby, you know, all that stuff. So for us to, you know, remove our hard drive, put a new one in, and it actually takes death. And I, like many people, had a near-death experience which really rewired my hard drive, let me tell you. Because when I woke up from that coma, I knew, well, when I could think again, I knew that I wasn't willing to live my life like that anymore, ever again. And that really woke me up. When I woke up from that coma, I really woke up. And I've heard that story from a lot of people, but I don't want you folks to have to get to that, to be able to live your life's dream. And this dream started when she was a child. We've all had a dream. You know what mine was? To be a teacher. It took me until 2000 when I started actually formally teaching in front of classes. 2000, I was born in 1957. It took me a while to get there, right? Yeah, I could have done it sooner. You know what my resources were that stopped me? I wasn't smart enough. We didn't have any money. I went to college on a government grant, part grant, part loan, and they brought me into the office and said, why are you here in this program? And I told them, and they said, with your marks, why are you not in university? And I said, because we don't have any money. Like, we're dirt poor. She said, well, how did you get here? I said, well, the government gave me money. Well, they give you money to go to university. But I didn't know, because I didn't ask. Because it never occurred to me. There's so much that we don't know. We don't even know that we don't know it, but we don't ask. So that's one of the resources. Is the resource available to look around, get the information, ask questions, go to a photographer? How did you get to be a photographer? What takes you, what does it take for you to get here, that sort of thing? I didn't even ask. So then I did this short little program because I was so poor, I was just chomping at the bit to get out there and make money. So it only took 1 year. And then I got out there and I started making money, and then what did I do? I became a mom, well, a wife and a mom and all that stuff. And so I really believe that we owe it to our children, if we're going to bring them into the world, that we owe it to serve them. Not the way people are doing it today. However, they did come first. So at any rate, we all do this. And our subconscious mind, introducing this, that's our hard drive. Our hard drive is filled with all of this information that makes all the programs run. Well, that hard drive is being created actually from pre-birth. I have proof of that from my firstborn grandchild. Pre-birth. He was calling himself what his parents, when he was one year old, he was calling himself something, and I kept listening, and he was calling himself what his parents had discussed at length and finally agreed upon would be his nickname, and they've never called him that ever, And then at 1 year old, that's what his name was. That's what he was calling himself. So there's no other way he could have heard that. No other way. So this programming in our hard drive is starting from pre-birth. And I could go on for days, if not weeks, on how we program our children. I see it happening with my grandbabies, and I'm aware of this. And I'm teaching my children. But it's the habits, it's the programming. So our programming is our habits. So I invite everyone here to wake up right now. And when you walk out that door, just look at everything differently. From being wide awake at where do you stop? Okay, really ask yourself, where do you stop?